Crypto has come a long way and it's making waves in the US government like never before. Since the election, we've seen big names like Brad Garlinghouse showing up at major events like the GOP banking hearings. How exciting is that? It really highlights just how much this space has evolved. Even the skeptics are starting to see things differently. Crypto isn't just some hyped up trend anymore. It's becoming a legitimate asset class. And let's not forget the technology behind it, which is now being recognized and explored in a big way. The government's clearly taking notice and looking to tap into its potential. It's an exciting time, and this post from Brad Garlinghouse is proof of how far we've come. With the GOP banking hearing happening tomorrow, it's clear that crypto's role in the financial world is only growing. Let me tell you about some of the 55 million Americans who own and use crypto. I'm testifying tomorrow because these are the people who deserve clear rules and fair treatment in the market. Too often, skeptics paint all crypto holders with the same brush, but that couldn't be further from the truth. These are real people with real stories. Check out their experiences shared by the Nat Crypto Association. While I'm not going to play the video here, it highlights just how many individuals are embracing crypto in meaningful ways. And no, it's not just about meme coins or risky bets. These are everyday people and business owners using crypto for payments, remittances, and more. They genuinely see the potential in crypto. So on top of this post, he also shared his full testimony for the hearing, and it's available in this document. It's actually pretty interesting because it covers a lot of key points. First off, the document is titled United States Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, From Wall Street to Web3, Building Tomorrow's Digital Asset Markets. Catchy, right? If you dive in, it gives a great overview of Ripple, how it was founded over a decade ago with a mission to create the internet of value. The idea? A world where money moves as easily as information does today. Ripple develops software that powers cross-border payments, stablecoins, and digital custody. The goal is to help financial institutions cut down on friction, improve efficiency, and better serve their customers. These aren't just abstract ideas. We're working every day with banks that use our technology to make a real impact on the global economy. That's what I want to highlight. Ripple is actively partnering with banks all over the world, and this is proof that we're making waves in the real world. Our secret? Ripple harnesses the power of the XRP ledger, a decentralized open source blockchain that's been battle tested and its native digital asset XRP to make payments faster, cheaper, and more scalable. XRP was designed from the ground up to enable lightning fast transactions at a low cost, all while handling massive scalability. From the beginning, Ripple made a conscious decision to collaborate with policymakers and regulators, not bypass them. Compliance is at the core of what we do. We've secured over 60 payment service, crypto, and money transmitter licenses globally. When it comes to this hearing, we believe smart legislation should stick to a few key principles. First, consumers need to be protected from fraud and scams. Second, markets need the right oversight to stay fair and transparent. It's also crucial to hold bad actors accountable while ensuring innovation has the room to grow and thrive. A clear, practical framework for digital assets and stablecoins can help achieve these goals. It can open up financial markets, create jobs, boost the economy, and position the US as a global leader in blockchain and crypto. But we've also seen how the absence of clear rules can unfairly target good actors. It's time to fix that. When technology jobs and tax dollars get pushed offshore, it not only hurts American businesses and investors, but also puts consumers at greater risk by reducing regulatory oversight. And that's exactly what's been happening. It's a tough situation, especially for consumers, but let's break it down. Ripple became the first major US crypto company to face a lawsuit from the SEC. From start, we knew this case was bigger than just us. Losing could have spelled disaster for the entire crypto industry in the US. But after 4 years of battling it out, we're proud to say we won. The court ruled in our favor on everything that truly mattered, including confirming that XRP as a token is not a security. Our win has paved the way for others in the market to stand up and push back. And while challenges remain, Ripple is still focused on educating and working with policymakers and regulators. We want to ensure companies feel confident continuing to innovate and grow here in the US. Here's what we believe Congress should prioritize. Clearly define the roles of our main financial regulators. No more confusion over who oversees what. Create clear pathways for companies to thrive in the US while keeping investor and consumer protections strong. Position the US as a global leader in crypto by embracing the benefits and efficiencies of digital assets and blockchain technology. By working together, we can build a smarter, stronger future for crypto and innovation in America. Over 55 million Americans are now part of the crypto economy, contributing to a market cap of around $3.4 trillion today. It's clear that a smart regulatory framework for the crypto market is not just important, it's overdue. To truly unlock the potential of this industry, we need clear rules and guidelines in place. On behalf of the entire crypto community, I'd like to urge you to prioritize passing market structure legislation for digital assets. With the right framework, we can ensure the US takes the lead as the global hub for crypto innovation. When the US finally passes market structure legislation for digital assets, it's going to spark a whole new era of innovation and competitiveness. Not only will it streamline financial transactions, but it'll also bring big benefits to both businesses and consumers. At Ripple, we're excited about the possibilities and are ready to do our part to help make it happen. Our CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, recently testified before the Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs in a hearing titled From Wall Street to Web3, Building Tomorrow's Digital Assets Market. Exciting times ahead. Check it out.
Good morning, Chair Scott, Ranking Member Warren, and members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. My name is Brad Garlinghouse, and I'm the CEO of Ripple. Ripple has approximately 900 employees across our 15 offices worldwide. We were founded more than a decade ago with a mission to enable the Internet of Value, a world where money moves like information does today. We build software products that power cross-border payments, stablecoins, and digital custody. Ripple helps financial institutions reduce friction, unlock efficiencies, and serve their customers better. These are not abstract concepts. We work every day with banks that rely on our technology to deliver real results in the global economy. Ripple leverages the XRP ledger, a decentralized, battle-tested, open-source blockchain, as well as its native digital asset, XRP, to facilitate payments. XRP is built to enable fast, low-cost, and highly scalable transactions. From the start, Ripple made the deliberate choice to work with policymakers and regulators, not around them. We have taken a compliance-first approach, operating with over 60 payment, service, crypto, and money transmitter licenses domestically and globally. With regard to the topic of this hearing, we believe smart legislation should be based on several core principles. Consumers need protection from fraud and scams. Markets need proper oversight. Bad actors need to be kept in check. And innovation must thrive. A constructive and workable framework for digital assets and stablecoins that achieves these goals will expand access to financial markets, create jobs, strengthen the economy, and put the U.S. on the path to being a global blockchain and crypto leader. For the last decade, the legal and regulatory uncertainty surrounding crypto has prohibited meaningful progress in the U.S. At Ripple, we certainly saw firsthand how the lack of clear rules of the road can be weaponized to target good actors. In turn, the technology, jobs, and tax dollars that go with it are pushed offshore, reducing regulatory oversight and putting consumers at higher risk. This has severely harmed American businesses, investors, and of most concerned, consumers. Ripple was the tip of the spear for this regulation by enforcement campaign and was subject to an enforcement action in 2020. We were the first leading U.S. company to be sued by the SEC. We and many others understood that a loss here would be a death knell for the industry. Fortunately, after 4 years of a hard-fought legal battle, we prevailed. The court ruled in our favor on everything that mattered, including finding that the token XRP is not, in and of itself, a security. Our victory cleared the path for other market participants to fight back. Despite these headwinds, Ripple still prioritizes education and engagement with policymakers and regulators globally. For companies to have the confidence to continue doing business in the United States, Congress should focus on passing principled and smart legislation with these critical goals in mind. First, set clear jurisdictional boundaries for our main financial regulators. Second, establish pathways for companies to build in the U.S. without sacrificing investor or consumer protections. And third, ensure that the US can be a global leader in crypto by taking full advantage of the benefits and efficiencies brought by digital assets and blockchain technologies. The US possesses the world's deepest capital markets, the most advanced technical talent, and a spirit of innovation that has powered our nation since its founding. There is no reason we should not be the undisputed leader in digital assets and blockchain. Over 55 million Americans participate in the crypto economy today, equating to over a $3.3 trillion market cap. A smart regulatory framework for crypto market structure is essential to realize that future and is overdue. Speaking on behalf of the crypto industry, I urge you to prioritize the passage of market structure legislation for digital assets through this committee and the full Senate, to provide the rules and regulations needed to ensure that the U.S. becomes the crypto capital of the world. Once market structure legislation for digital assets becomes law in the United States, this will catalyze a new era of U.S. competitiveness and unlock efficiencies in financial transactions, dramatically helping consumers and businesses alike. Ripple hopes to see this become a reality, and we look forward to working with you to help make this happen. I look forward to your questions.
Here's the deal. The full testimony is in the document, but we did get some interesting updates from Ripple. First off, compliance is a big focus for them, and they're also emphasizing the importance of getting these bills and legislation passed. Is a huge deal for Ripple because they're really leading the charge here. Ripple has been making some smart strategic moves lately. Take ROUSD, for example. It's quickly becoming one of the most regulated and compliant stablecoins out there. Honestly, it feels like it's already one of the most successful in the space. Adding BNY to the custody reserves for USD is a major step forward. Plus, Ripple is going all in by applying for a national bank charter and a Fed master account. This would let ROSD be held in reserves directly by the Fed. Ripple is really pulling out all the stops to ensure ROUSD has everything it needs to become one of the most successful stable coins in the game. At the same time, this ties directly into Ripple's long-term vision of building the internet of value, a goal they've been chasing for over a decade. The idea has always been to make moving money around the world as easy and seamless as sharing information online. Ripple is still laser focused on that mission, using Rayad's XRP and the XRPL to make it happen. And here's the exciting part. Once we get proper legislation and clarity in this space, the potential for Ripple and XRP could absolutely skyrocket. If you think Ripple's success today is impressive, imagine it growing 10 times or even more. With the right legal framework in place, clarity changes everything, just like Brad Garlinghouse said. This testimony isn't just talk, it's confirmation of what's ahead for XRP and the entire industry. It's not about hype anymore or market speculation. That's not what matters. What matters is the facts, the utility, and the compliant projects that are actually going to make a difference. These are the ones that will be used in powerful ways, not just in the financial system, but to transform the global systems we rely on every day. From moving value to reshaping financial markets, even buying a house, things are starting to move on chain. Tokenization is getting bigger every day, and it's all coming together thanks to distributed ledger technologies like the XRPL. At the heart of it all is XRP, the gas token that keeps everything running smoothly. Honestly, I couldn't be more excited to be part of the crypto space right now. I'm especially glad to be holding on to these utility-based projects, the ones everyone used to brush off as boring or dinosaurs that would never take off. Then November came along and suddenly opinions shifted. Now, even though some people are still feeling impatient with XRP's movement, let me tell you, when we move into a market driven by utility, we won't be tied to Bitcoin anymore. That's the moment when everything shifts and the true value really shines. I honestly believe that when that time comes, especially in this market, we're all going to be pretty excited. With that in mind, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more awesome free content. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.